9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm Colin. This is my co-host, Joe. You're watching Well at Effin' Figures. If you are listening on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, we are on, obviously we're on there now. Sorry. But we have Nilda from Appetite for Collectibles. How are you doing?
What's going on?
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Looks like our guests are running late this morning.
Yeah. Well, 4 of them.
You weren't here last Sunday, that's why.
Yeah. So you're a busy young lady. You got Appetite for Collectibles on YouTube. You got a lot of followers on there. That's pretty cool. You do a lot of weathering, it looks like, and
Yeah.
you're primarily a Star Wars collector like me. I do Star Wars horror, and I used to do wrestling, but as you do Star Wars primarily now, I guess.
Yeah, I changed everything from it was like collectibles of everything, and then I started figuring out that I was doing way too much. So I broke everything down to only Star Wars and horror, and then I just primarily went all Star Wars.
Yeah. I guess that's what I'm trickling into also now, because I've been buying less and less of everything else. I guess I'll still stick with the horror though, because I do love it. I just got a little corner of the horror, but the wrestling, I haven't bought anything wrestling for months. So
Yeah, I still watch wrestling. Like I'm still watching Monday Night Raw, SmackDown. I'm excited for WrestleMania when it comes out, but to like actually continue and buying everything for it, I just kind of took a step back.
Yeah, same here. I'm watching WrestleMania and all that. I don't have cable anymore, so I do try to catch up on the Raw now on like YouTube, just the highlights of it and all that. There's enough outlets now where I can catch up really quick instead of having to sit through the whole 3 hours. Because let's face it, it's not been good lately for the whole 3 hours anyway. So
No. I actually have friends who are going to WrestleMania, so they'll be
nice.
like, and they have really good seats, so they'll be like sending me. I'm still watching it, but they'll be sending me like play-by-plays, from
Nice.
their view.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to collecting, I think I'm done with like, unless it's my turtle stuff from NECA and some horror stuff from NECA or whatever. I think I'm back out of like all that small Target, Walmart stuff, because I never was into that. I always collected like large, like 1/6 quarter scale type stuff, and then NECA turtles like drew me back into like doing, going to Target and Walmart all the time, and then you get suckered into buying stuff. And I think I'm ending all that because the prices of that stuff, it's just not worth it to me anymore. Like, I would rather buy one hot toy than 4 or 5 Hasbro figures. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'm putting an end to all that. And like we were talking on our last show, you open up a Hot Toys, like you'll never forget that. It's like an experience every time.
Yeah.
I know every time I open mine up, I'm like, oh yes.
The smell, everything, like it's just
take
awesome.
a smell of the box.
I know I'm the weirdo who like opens up the Hot Toys and I just stick my whole nose in there and I'm like,
I'm the weirdo.
Everybody does.
Yeah,
I just love the smell of a really good, freshly painted toy.
Right.
Yeah, I'm the same as Colin though. Like a few months ago, a couple months ago, maybe a month ago, I put a video out saying I just can't go to Walmart and Target every week and put a video out because it's just going to be boring.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it, and I don't want to waste time doing it. So I'm just going to try to stick with this show, my other show, and then try to just hit like some collectible stores and do videos at them kind of places and cons. The Targets and Walmarts are not doing anything for me right now.
No, they're not. I was doing it too. I was doing the toy hunts. I was doing the 1-minute toy hunts real quick, like quick little shorts. But yeah, toy hunting, like I'm so proud of myself. I haven't stepped foot into a Target to like physically walk into the toy section. Like I've gone into there to buy like adult stuff for the house, but I've avoided walking into the toy section. I haven't been in there probably about almost a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
That's
I don't know
crazy.
what happened. One day I just walked in there. I did one last video and I was just like, this is boring. Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't even watch this. I was like, but people still watched it. But in my mind, I was like, this is just boring. Like, I can't go to a Target and Walmart every day, do a toy hunting video. Like, I would rather go to a collectible store, like how you
Right.
said, Joe,
Yeah.
and like no one's been to it, or like
Mhm.
find those little gem places where you would never think that they have toys, but they do.
Right. Yeah. I went to Target yesterday. I did a live on Instagram just really quick because I was bored to death because our power went out yesterday morning. So I was like, I'm gonna go to the mall. I got to return something anyway. Let me go through Target, and I got the worst Target probably in the United States. So it's like they don't do clearance at all. Like I've never seen a clearance item in this toy section, and I'm just walking around. And I'm like, it looks like I haven't been there for quite like a month, and it looks like the exact same stuff has not moved. Like it's in the same exact spot, and it's just like I'm glad I don't come in here that often anymore.
Because for the most part, it is the same stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff you're looking for though is
Mhm.
like the collectible stuff. So of course, like they put out a box of it if you get a new Boba Fett or something, and that just sells right away. But
Yeah.
like they're always gonna have their main like Transformers, you know what I'm saying, Jurassic
Yeah.
Park. So it's
Yeah.
always gonna look the same, really.
Yeah, and I
I
have
don't know.
people saying like, "Oh, well, you won't buy a whole lot of good stuff," and I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck you're looking for, but I didn't see anything good." Like for me personally, I didn't see anything good. If you saw something good, then you need to come to my Target and grab
But
it.
that's
because-
also why you're doing the toy hunts. You're doing it so they
yeah,
can see what's in the
yeah.
store.
I just got
Yeah.
tired of, like she said, I'd rather go to the collectible store, find the gems, and then put those small private, brick and mortar stores out there for people who don't know about them and might watch that are in the area, and they can go and check the store out too.
And like then the
That's
other thing that's like really got me going right now is like the independent people like on Instagram and stuff that are doing like toys. Like there's some amazing stuff that these guys are
mhm.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm friends with a few guys from like the Star Wars community that does like their own independent stuff, and
Mhm.
like I can turn my computer just a little bit, but like you see the Moff Gideon up there.
Mhm.
One of my buddies, when I got the hot toy, I was just like, he looks bland. I want him to look a lot better, so he ended up making me, I think it's like a quarter scale of a TIE fighter that crashed.
Oh, nice.
So like everything looks like all messed up and broken, and like
Yeah.
the glass of the TIE fighter is completely broken. But
Mhm.
Independent
nice.
made that for me. I think he did it within 2 days
Oh
and
Nice.
like
wow.
shipped it off later on. Yeah,
And see
he's
that made that piece like a one of one because that's the
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
one, and that's what's nice about that.
and I joked with him about it because I was just like, oh, I'm like, I only want to be the only one that owns one. And he
Yeah.
literally wrote underneath it, he's like, one of one.
Yeah.
And then as soon as like we posted it on Instagram, people were like, oh, I want one. And he's like, nope. He's like, it's only one of one.
hmm Yeah. So we've recently, like Eben the Collector and all those guys from Spice Runners. They've been really good with us. They're coming on the show. A lot of them. We're going
Yeah,
on their show.
It was Joel who made this.
Okay.
I think he
Yeah.
was on your show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
be
got
on
some
again, too.
amazing work.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
And like
So
I think like everything of his is like
Yeah.
one of one. So he's like, I don't know. Yeah, he's
Mhm.
amazing. He's
I'm still trying to debate what I want to buy from him because there's a few pieces that he showed me on he sent me, and I'm like, damn, I gotta I gotta figure out which one I want, first.
Yeah,
What's my priority?
he's in the process now of making me. So I have everything I gotta like move up. I have a General Grievous up there.
Mhm.
And I always like the fact that like in one of the scenes, I think it's of Attack of the Clones, he's talking about that he acquired all his lightsabers by killing different Jedis.
Mhm.
So Joel is actually making me a base with a whole bunch of dead Jedis on the floor.
Nice.
And I think it's like the middle arm of Grievous is actually going to be piercing into a stormtrooper, which he
Okay.
actually attached a stormtrooper to it. So I think I'm going to be getting it next weekend.
Nice. Yeah, those guys are really talented. I love what they do. I would love to be able to do that.
I want to
That's
get
awesome.
Joel to do another Star Wars Predator.
Mhm.
He had that
Yeah.
Boba Fett one on his page, and I'm a big Predator person, so I got to talk to him. I got to get him to do something cool.
Yeah, one
And he
piece-
does them real quick. Like
Yeah.
you could be right now talking to him, telling him exactly the design you want, and he's like literally on his computer, like making the schematics so it can start like his 3D printer can start making it, and then as soon as he's done with you, he'll go to the next thing and start actually attaching everything together.
Yeah, the piece I'm looking at that I'm really debating from him is, and I probably shouldn't say this because somebody might snag it, but anyway, whatever. It's a zombie Darth Vader. So he's all like busted up and damaged, and he has a little robotic arm, and the fingers actually move, he said, and it looks really nice. So
Well, you're talking about a zombie Darth Vader. It's funny. My boyfriend and so my boyfriend's slowly getting into like the collectible scene. Like he's not gonna collect anything, but he wants to be like, understanding of what I'm into. So I had him watch what was it? What If? And once we finished it, he was like, "Oh, he's like, this would be awesome if it was like a Star Wars What If." He's like, just zombify the hell out of everybody, and it would be cool, like to just do like a Darth Vader zombie with stormtrooper zombies.
yeah,
Kind of like the horror movie Dead Snow.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. Yeah, I love all that, cross contaminating of different things, like mixing them together, and like zombie Darth Vader just sounds awesome to me. I'm really debating that one, but
I'm surprised we have not seen that yet. Actually,
Well, whoever's listening to this, Joel already patented it. Do not steal his idea.
yeah,
Joel, don't make it for anybody else.
right. And save it for me because I'm probably going to get it, Joel. So,
the way you're going, you're going to wait too long, and someone else is going to buy it.
I know. I just been spending too much money. I don't want to get into that spot where you got shit on pre-order and then, oh shit, I forgot about that, and then they take your money. But I'm trying to be a little careful. So
that happened to me last year.
I
had like 5 Hot Toys on pre-order, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Because I
get surprise stuff in the mail all the time. Like, oh shit, I forgot about that.
Once they announced Wrecker and Crosshair and Tech, I ordered Echo and Hunter, so they should be here sometime next week after.
I ordered Tech and Wrecker because those are my 2 favorites.
Yeah, I just want them all because I love the Bad Batch. A lot of people don't like the show, the new season, but I do. I kind of
I love the new season. Yeah. I love that it's got like little hidden little Mickeys in it, and it's gonna be crossing it. It's slowly, like the last episode, you could see that it's slowly crossing over with the Mandalorian. Like they're throwing hints about it.
Yeah. Yep. Speaking of Mandalorian, what do you think of that so far, season 3?
Oh, it's so good.
I know, right? It is.
I cried when like it's so funny. I was on my way to work, and then I got to work, and then I started watching the episode, and I started like bawling when they were in the starfighter and they were flying, and Grogu was awake and Din was sleeping, and you just see the whole scene from Rebels in the background. And I was just like, oh my god, this is Rebels. And they're gonna be we've been saying this now on our show that we have. I've been saying this since day one that I have a feeling that Mandalorian is gonna end with either them, crossing over to the Ahsoka, because I feel like we're gonna see Sabine, and that's what's gonna introduce the crossover.
That'd be cool. I love this. I love the TIE fighter scene because I was like, man, this is Star Wars again. Like, finally,
it was a good dogfight.
Yeah, finally, like here we are again. Like from what I knew growing up, now they're doing it. It was a really nice scene. I really loved it.
Yeah, I love how the season is going. I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for next week's episode. It's actually going to be it's a Filoni episode. So, every time something is made by Filoni, it's a surprise. The last time he did it, it had 2 Ahsoka features in it. So I'm wondering if maybe we're going to get another Ahsoka appearance.
Maybe. I just love the way they're incorporating Bo-Katan and letting her do more this season.
Yeah.
As opposed to, the prior season.
The only thing I'm hoping for is that, as much as I would love to see it, but I do not want to see like a love interest between Bo-Katan and Din. Just let them be Mandalorians and do.
Oh, we can have a little family then. We'll have the kid, and we'll have we'll have the whole little family running around fighting everybody. I wouldn't be surprised if they go that route, the route that they've done everything else.
Yeah, and like the hesitation on Bo-Katan to say this is the way, because she really doesn't know if she wants to be back in that world. That's
I think she was just in a state of shock, like when
Yeah.
they said that to her,
Mhm.
because she was just like, "Oh my god, I'm amongst like family members, even though
Mhm.
they're cult, they're part of a cult." But
Mhm.
she hasn't been around that in so long that it
Mhm.
was just, I think she was shocked. And notice she didn't even take off her helmet out of respect.
Yeah. So do you think that she didn't? You don't think she had a little hesitation because she wants to be like kind of left alone? Right
I
now.
think
I
they're
don't know.
drawing her back in.
I think they're
Yeah.
drawing her back in,
Yeah.
but I also it was funny. Like I said, we were talking about it last week. How Bo-Katan has been in all the shows,
Mhm.
so it's like she has an ulterior motive for this. The fact that she asked Din, like, "Hey, did you see anything down there?" And he was like, "No." She's like, "You didn't see anything alive?" And he was like, "No." And then she was like, "Oh, forget it." Like
Mhm.
she's plotting something in her mind to have, claim of the mythosaur.
Okay. Yeah. So Duffman in the chat, he said, "When are we going to see Christopher Lloyd?"
I thought we were going to see him this past episode
That
because
might
they
be the
said that he was
surprise.
supposed to be like a scientist. So I thought that, when they showed Dr. Pershing, I thought they
Mhm.
were going to show Christopher Lloyd. I was like anticipating for, a Lloyd appearance,
Yeah.
but we're probably going to get him. I want to say my prediction would be in the next 3 episodes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like you said, so last week would have been a perfect part to put him in, with
Mhm.
everything that was going on. But yeah, they didn't. So maybe next week's the surprise. Maybe he's the surprise. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But
And you never know with Filoni.
right. Yeah.
He just like pulls at your heartstrings every time he does an episode. So I
Mhm.
know for a fact I gotta watch this before I go to work, because if I watch it at work, I might cry.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be fun to watch. I can't
Yeah.
wait.
It's supposed to be 30 minutes long.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
I hate the short ones, but I
I
guess
know this
it
past
is.
episode just seemed like a movie. I love
Yeah.
the fact that they like gave you this awesome scene. And then even though a lot of people weren't a fan of the Dr. Pershing segment, but it was
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
it
Yeah.
was critical to the episode. It was a little dry and a little boring from what people were saying, but it was critical to that episode.
Mhm.
And then it ends with, it ends and then it goes back to, Din. And it's
Yeah.
like another good scene. So it was like,
Yeah.
it was giving you good and dry, good.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering as I'm watching it. So they had that awesome scene with the tie, everything going on at the beginning, and then everything at the end, and then you had this long drawn out thing in the middle, and I'm like, oh my god, how long is this part going to be? When are they going to go
They could
back
have
to?
cut that down a lot.
They
Like
could have, yeah.
when Spice Runners was talking about that, and like I forgot exactly what they said, but they could have, the way that they said they could have done it, they should have did that. I mean,
Mhm.
that's only my only gripe with this season is like we get hit right off the bat with a short ass episode, and then we get long episodes, but then they put in these fucking dry long segments, and now we're gonna get hit with another short episode. So
Yeah, it's
I
true.
do have some gripes with this season.
Yeah,
I feel like the short episode that's going to be coming now, it's going to be one of those that we're like, what the fuck? And then, we're going to be like, oh my God, I can't wait to watch next week's episode. I feel like
Mhm.
that's what Filoni is going to try to attempt to do.
that's probably what's going to happen. They're going to give us a short one, but it's going to be so exciting that we're not going to be able to wait until next week, which we can't anyway.
Yeah.
But it's going to be even more exciting because they're going to have that, like that, that teaser at the end or whatever. So you're hanging on for next week, I think. So
I'm actually happy that, the Disney shows that they come out with, like certain shows you watch and they say like, oh, coming next week. And they give you like a teaser of what's to come. Like, I'm glad that Disney doesn't do that.
right.
That, they end the show and that's it. You're like, oh crap. So what do you think is going to happen next week? And then it gives you a week of like just making different scenarios in your head about everything that's going to happen. And me, how I'm crazy, I like write everything down on a notepad and think of like different schematics. I look like a Charlie Day from what is it called? It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the little board, like doing little schematics of like, oh, if this happens, that happens. And it drives you nuts for like a week. And then
right.
Wednesday
You got
comes,
a room. You got a room you walk into with all the pictures, and you got like the strings going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, if this person does this and this gonna happen.
Mhm.
But Yeah, I do that on a piece of paper, and I'm always like writing stuff down on my little Star Wars notepad that somebody gave me for Christmas. And I come up with like my own little notes and things and theories of what's gonna happen. And then if it does come true, I like circle them and date it. So then I show it
There
to
you go.
everybody, like, yes, I thought of it.
There you go. Yeah, I always hate it when they say next week on and then they show previews. I always hated that on any show.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't think you need that. You just gotta wait, use your own imagination, and if you're right, you're right. And if you're wrong, then surprise, you know. Hey, I like
I
that better.
totally agree.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, when movies do trailers and they show all the good scenes, like you just killed the movie for everybody.
Yeah, I know. I feel like that's what happened to what is it, Ant-Man 3? You saw the whole movie in the trailer, and then when you go see the movie, you're like, oh, okay, this was all in the trailer. Like, I didn't have to come and spend $12.99 on a.
I really wanted to go see the new Ant-Man, and then everybody that went and saw it right off the bat, they didn't say much good about it. So I was like, well, now I'm just gonna wait. Now I'm not gonna waste the money going to see it.
I liked it. I went to go see it at the IMAX. So visually, it's a very beautiful movie to watch. It's a lot of pop color and everything. And I recommend you have to watch it at the IMAX. I liked it, even though I didn't like it, if it makes any sense.
No, I get it.
Because I know that this is going to be an introduction to what's to come in Secret Wars. And I know that the protagonist that we're getting is like the bottom shelf one, that it's leading up to like the main big villain who is supposed to be even worse than Thanos.
Yeah, that and then like someone made a good point. I forgot who I was watching, but they made a point. They're like, yeah, they're they're supposed to be introducing Kang, that's the new the baddest villain, and then they were like,
he kills everybody.
But then they were like, but in Ant-Man, he wasn't like bad, like, and that was he was exiled because he was supposed to be like the worst of all of them, and like people were complaining that they didn't portray him good enough in Ant-Man, so like it lost like all the appeal. I don't know. I still haven't seen it, so I can't talk much on it, but I'm just.
Yeah, I recommend checking it out, even if you want to wait until it comes out on Disney Plus. But I recommend checking it out. It's pretty cool.
I'm excited for it, but also at the same time, it's really sad. The Guardians of the Galaxy, that's my favorite. That's my favorite Marvel MCU movie. Period. I love that group. Sucks that it's coming to an end.
Yeah, I know it's coming to a sad end.
Yep. But I can't wait for that one. I know it's gonna be it's gonna suck, but still
I watched the one trailer for it, and I said I'm not gonna watch anymore because I do not want to ruin the film. And I agree with you. It's probably one of my favorite MCUs.
Mm-hmm. They like just nailed that cast. I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't think of a better way to have it than that group of guys.
It was funny. We were talking the other night. We were talking about like wrestlers and like who do we feel has like a better acting career, from transitioning from being a wrestler to an actor. And I feel like Dave Bautista is way, people are probably gonna hate me for this comment, but I feel like Dave Bautista is a way better wrestling actor than like The Rock and
Cena,
and Cena. I feel like Dave Bautista just being part of the Guardians of the Galaxy and like some of the side projects that he did with Netflix, and he was even on what is the movie where they're
Knock at the Cabin or something? Oh.
Yeah, no, I want to see Knock on the Cabin. I heard that movie was creepy.
Yeah, I want to see that too.
That looks good.
But I feel like he's had a better, career as being a wrestler transition to an actor.
We've said that on the show before. We've said that The Rock, every movie is the exact same. It's him.
Same person.
And John Cena to me is just the most boring guy out there. I've never been a John Cena fan.
I only like John Cena if he's playing like a comedian. Like he did that one movie with Amy Schumer and it was hilarious. I feel like if he does comedy, it's fine.
Yeah.
But something serious, I just can't take him serious.
I like him as Peacemaker. That's
which is it's a comedy.
Yeah, exactly. So, he's got like that sarcastic, whatever.
Now I will
You
say
like him as that. But
when
yeah,
the Rock's
Batista,
go ahead.
Batista kills The Rock any day. He can actually
Oh,
act.
yeah.
Like
He can
he
actually
does different
act.
roles. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. I would say though, like when The Rock first started doing movies like Walking Tall, I did like what he was doing. But now it just seems like he'll take any part, obviously for the money. And it's just the same.
He does good entertaining movies.
Yeah.
I'll give him that.
It's just
but if I'm gonna say who I like better as an actor, Batista hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I've said it for a while. I've had like few friends turn around and look at me, and I'm like, dude, The Rock is boring.
Yeah, really.
I was like, he does the same acting over and over. I'm like, it's kind of boring.
He just plays himself in a movie. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like a lot of our young actors nowadays.
Did John Cena do something with Mark Wahlberg in one of those movies where he was a stepdad? Or, I don't know what those movies are called. I thought he was in something
Step
like
Brothers,
that.
or no, not Step Brothers.
No,
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home or something. I think he was in one of those, if I'm not mistaken. And stuff like that, he's funny in, like you said. But I don't know about the other kind of. I don't know, just something about him.
I just can't take him serious.
I just never really even cared for him as a wrestler, to be honest with you. Like when his music hit, I was like, him again. But I
like The Rock.
Well, I think the only reason why he came out. I think the only reason why he came out this time around and what was it? Was it Monday Night Raw or?
When he's gonna fight Austin Theory.
Austin Theory. Yeah. I think he's gonna be announcing he's retiring.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of passing the torch to Austin Theory as well because
that's what he's doing.
He's gonna be a star.
I just always thought he was corny, like his whole
I love Austin Theory.
No, not Austin Theory, Cena.
Yeah. Austin Theory, he's kind of like the chosen one because the Roman Reigns is most likely going to lose to Cody, but then I don't think he don't want to be. He's not full time now. He doesn't want to be full time, so I think he'll fade away a little bit, and they need somebody younger to keep up. And I think Austin Theory is going to be one of those guys where maybe him and Cody can have some really good matches later on down the line.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Austin is really young. He's full of juice and just wants to fight.
Yeah, he actually does good promos.
Yeah, he does really good promos.
Mm-hmm. So he has it all. He has the look, he can wrestle, and he does the promos. So it's all there for the taking. You just got to do the right thing with him and see what happens. I'm kind of upset that Bray Wyatt's like I don't know what's going on with him again.
I got so excited when he came back because I was, I love the whole cultist thing, and I thought he was going to continue with that, but then he came back as like his hillbilly self.
Yeah, I was there the night he came back at Extreme Rules in Philly, and I was so excited at the end of the night when his music hit and he came out and we saw all the flashlights on in the arena. It just seems like what they were doing with him just kind of fell flat now. So
yeah, they should have just continued with the whole Fiend thing because it was such a great gimmick.
Do you think that they're maybe not allowing him to do that anymore because of the way everything is? Do you think
McMahon might be coming back or whatever? I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was just because like that whole drama behind it. I just don't think they wanted to reprise that role, and I'm pretty sure it was a company last year was actually trying to buy the rights of that character because they were trying to make it into a horror film.
Yeah. I don't mind that they didn't bring back the Fiend. I felt like if they were going to do the Wyatt 6 and do it right with the Righteous coming from Impact, that tag team would have been a good fit. And then, I mean, you could even throw Alexa Bliss in the mix again, but don't give her the same character with the doll. Just make it more like, I don't like all the magical, like shooting fire at people and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I just want evil, like this is a team that should be heels. Let them be heels and let them, I don't know. I think the Wyatt 6 would have been a good idea. I just don't know what's happening to him right now. I've heard rumors that he has something going on, like, injury wise, maybe, or I don't know. I just think it might be
and
McMahon.
They're just like stalling it.
I just think McMahon is just back in the mix, and he's not a fan of Bray Wyatt, and I hope that's not the case because I really want him there to do what he can do. He's an awesome storyteller, so
yeah,
I would love to keep him there. But I'm kind
we'll see. You never know with wrestling.
You never know. Yeah.
One
That's
day they'll be
crazy.
here, next day they'll be gone. I was so upset the day that they let him go. I was like, what the
Oh my God, that
fuck?
was a shock. Him
It
and
was yeah, it was funny. I remember I was at work and I was getting like the text messages alert,
Mhm.
and then my Instagram went off because I have it on for WWE, I have like all the alerts, especially like around firing season.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when I saw that they let him go, I was like, no way. And I
Mhm.
screenshot it and I put it in a group chat with my buddies. I was like, this is not true. And my friend sent me the actual Bleacher Report. And I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I know, because I was like that with him, Alistair Black. I mean, Braun Strowman. I'm like, what the fuck are
I
they
love
doing?
Braun
I
Strowman.
was just like, what are they doing? Like Alistair Black and
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, especially, like, and Andrade at the time, which he may be coming back, I hope. Because do you watch AEW at all?
Oh yeah.
You
For a
do.
while I thought Andrade when he was working out with Charlotte and
Mhm.
she kept rocking some of like the gear for what is it? The AEW.
Mhm.
I kept thinking that maybe she was going to go there
Yeah.
because your husband's there, your dad's there,
Mhm.
so
Yeah. There was a picture with them swapping shirts, I think. She had the
yeah.
AEW, he had the
And he had the
WWE.
WWE shirt. And
Yeah.
I kept thinking, I was like, wait a second. I was like, is she hinting that
Yeah.
after, her wedding, is she going to go over there?
Yeah.
I was like, that would be awesome.
I don't know. I don't like AEW at all because there's no stories. It's just
It's
wrestling.
AEW had their what is it? Their hype.
Mhm.
They were probably the best thing to watch. I
Mhm.
remember I was only watching them and I stopped watching WWE because
Mhm.
WWE started getting boring.
Yeah.
And then I went to 2 AEW shows and then afterwards it just went,
Yeah, I watched AEW when all the WWE guys were coming over.
yeah.
And
And
then
I
once
think
that
they lost
happened,
major when Cody left.
yeah, and then once that was happening, I'm like, all right, so they debut and then you don't see them for a while. Like, what are they doing with these guys? Like Miro hasn't been on TV in I can't even tell you how long.
Yeah.
Andrade either. Alistair Black, they finally put the 6-man tag team belts on those guys, but I don't see them like they're on like Dark and Elevation and the Friday night show, and I'm like, what are they not putting these guys on the main show for? So
I don't
it's
know.
like,
I guess Tony Khan lost his interest on wanting to actually make stories instead
mhm.
of,
Well, he's the only
just
writer.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of tough when you're the only guy out there and you have all your daddy's money. You're just trying
Oh,
to, you know.
Duffman's asking what I won on Spice Runners on
Yeah,
Friday.
what did you
I
win?
won a it's for the 6-inch Boba Fett. It's his throne.
Yeah, I saw
From
that from Legacy Customs. He did
Yeah.
it.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So we're both winners on that show now. That's I won the Ahsoka print from J2SO.
Oh man,
Nice.
those guys, they have so many giveaways. Like,
Yeah. And good ones, like pricey ones, and it's a good show without that. I mean, I support that no matter what because they've been really good with us. Like I said, I saw you are on the opening for them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
when
pretty
they
cool.
first started, I did a
Mhm.
episode with them, and I talk to Eben all the time. We're actually me, Eben, and I think Jason. We're
Mhm.
all supposed to be linking up in like 2 weeks in Orlando for MegaCon.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I wish I could get down there. It's just not going to happen this year, but maybe next year. That's one of the ones
Yeah.
I do want to go because I could have some fun in Florida and then I could also do that at the same time. It'd be a nice little trip.
oh wow,
Yeah.
Duffman won a quarter scale Tuscan Raider from Joel Haas.
Oh, wow.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
that's right. He
awesome.
did. Yeah, that Tuscan Raider was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm happy with my print too. I mean, I framed it. I got it on the wall. It's beautiful. I love it. I mean,
Oh yeah. I mean,
yeah,
I don't watch on Fridays to try to win stuff. That was just a
no.
bonus.
I would support them anyway because, like I said,
Yeah.
Eben's been a big supporter for us, and he's been nothing but awesome to us. And I'll continue to, no matter what, follow all those guys and support them any way we can. We're actually going to be on their show on April 7th, I believe it is, Colin, Friday night.
April 7th.
And we can't wait for that. It's going to be fun to do a little
Nice. I'll tune
collaboration.
in.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to talk to those guys. They stay up pretty late. I hope I got to get a nap earlier in the day because I got to drink that night and hang out
get a
with them.
nap and make sure you have your alcohol on
Oh, I'll
deck.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the show that I did with them. I was completely hammered within the 45 minutes
Yeah.
because they kept saying the same word, and I was just like,
Yeah, well, I'm usually the smart ass in the chat that keeps putting the word in anyway, just to fuck with them. But it's fun. There's a bunch of good guys there, man. So I have definitely nothing but respect for them and their talent, and I love what they do. Yeah, the
Yeah, really good
customization,
guys.
awesome.
Hi,
So
Mr. B.
Mr.
so
B,
one more
Yukon,
movie I
what's
want
up,
to ask.
Yukon? Rolando,
Yep.
there's our people.
Yeah, here they come. So I want to ask you about one more movie, Scream 6. You're horror too. What did you watch that yet? Are you
Yeah,
gonna
I
watch it?
did. It
Okay.
was so good.
I have not seen it yet. No
I
spoilers.
recommend seeing it. The
Yeah,
kill scenes were pretty brutal.
good,
Yeah, I
good,
can't.
good.
I'm a huge Scream fan. Always have been.
So
I
am
love
I.
Scream.
I've been wanting to get a go. I've been been trying to figure out a place on my leg because mostly my leg tattoos I have are mostly horror. So I've been
Mhm.
trying to find like a piece where I can do like a Scream mask.
Yeah, I would
So,
love
but I
that too,
want
man.
something like very different, like
Get the
something
one
very
from
like bloody.
get the
Yeah,
one
that'd be
from
cool.
Scary Movie. Where
Oh, with the tongue sticking out with
yeah,
like the
what's
small
that?
eyes.
Yeah. The reason why, like, usually these remakes, like the last Texas Chainsaw, I hated. Obviously,
What,
that
the
was
Netflix one?
yeah, with
Well,
the school
Scream.
bus and all
Scream's
that.
not really a remake.
I
No,
like
Scream.
the
well, you know what I
Texas
mean.
one.
I didn't really care. I didn't really care for it, but this I knew was going to be good because Jenna Ortega's in it,
Yeah.
and she's pretty amazing in everything she does. She was in You season 2, I think,
Yeah, you
and then
season 2.
she did Wednesday, which she was unbelievable. And the way she did the motions and just talking, everything just like Wednesday from the Addams Family was unbelievable. I thought she did a great job. And now this, I can't wait to see what she does in this too. So it's going to
Yeah,
be
Well,
it
really
she
was
was
really
in the
good.
beginning of one of the last Scream movies too, wasn't she? Wasn't
I'm
she
not
like
sure.
in one of the opening scenes with the other chick?
I'm not. I don't recall, but
I think so.
Yeah,
I would
I'm
have to
pretty
double
sure.
check and look.
I'm pretty sure she was. It was kind of like they were. It was kind of like similar to like one of the original Scream movies where
mhm.
they get a phone call and they're hanging out.
Oh, okay. Maybe maybe at that time I didn't really know her as well that I know her work now. I don't know. Maybe I just overlooked it. Because you ever see a movie years ago and you don't realize until you go back and watch it, like, oh shit, that's so and so.
Yeah.
And now they're really big, but they weren't then. So
I've just always loved Scream. That whole like
mhm,
being at home and getting a
mhm.
phone call and someone's fucking with
That's
you.
creepy
Like
shit, man. Yeah.
that's scary.
I literally can recite the first movie word for word.
Damn.
It
That's
was
funny,
that
man.
good. Like I remember being a kid, like I'm 35 and I remember that was like my cult classic to go watch in theaters. Like I
Yep.
remember my mom took me, I watched it and I was just like, holy shit. And then
Mhm.
our house phone started ringing. I was like, nope, not going to answer. And then like for a while, like I couldn't be left at home by myself because I was just so petrified that I'm like, oh, what if somebody from my school wants to like start killing people because of this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, we're the same age, so like that, and I know because that movie like came out at the perfect time. We were young,
Yeah.
you know, like that's always been one of my favorites.
And it's funny, like some of my older friends who are like, you know, are big in horror. Every time they ask me, like, name your top 5 horror films, and I throw in Scream, they're like, really? And I'm like, dude, I'm like, for somebody my age, I'm like, that was the perfect thing to watch when it first came out.
Yeah.
well, not
Well,
only that,
and
but
for
like,
me,
think
like,
about it, like put yourself in that situation. You know, being at home. That's like the original When a Stranger Calls. Fucking
Yes.
terrifying,
mhm,
terrifying. Like
yeah.
knowing that someone's calling you, don't know where they are. Like
Mhm,
that's
yeah.
scary. Like
Yeah, and same thing for me. Like I'll be 50 in July, and Friday the 13th is the same for me. Like that was one of the first movies I've seen when I was a kid. That Texas Chainsaw Massacre, all those type, and those are the ones I always go back to and that's why I like Terrifier because they actually brought back a little bit of the slasher type film, and now it looks like Scream's getting back into that too. From what you said,
Yeah.
um,
It's a very gruesome
yeah,
film.
yeah, I may go see that today. I don't know. I don't have much on the calendar today. I may go
they
see
went
that.
a different direction with this one too, right?
Mhm,
It's not
Yeah,
about
they did.
it's not about the original
mhm.
group
Well,
anymore.
it,
In
it
a
kind
little
of
bit.
a little bit. It kind of is about the original group. Like it leads to it, but you know who you think might be the bad person is not who you think it is.
Mhm.
It comes to you as a surprise.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I may
But
have to go
the
see that
only thing
today.
that sucked for me was that you don't know if it's gonna lead up to, you know, a 7 or I think this would just be perfect as a 6.
So you think they should stop now? And that's
Yeah,
it? Or
I
do you
think they
think it
should.
left? Okay.
Yeah, I think,
Well,
in my
how much
opinion, I
money has
think
it
they should
made?
stop. I
Okay.
don't
Did
know.
it
I
do
didn't
good
even
at
look it up.
Did it do good at the box office? Because if it's making money and it did good, they're gonna do another one because that's how Hollywood fucking goes. If it makes money, they're gonna rock with it till
Yeah.
they
Hold on one
can't
second. I'm gonna
anymore.
get my charger. For my laptop.
T3, welcome.
Better late than never. Yeah, Scream 23.
I hope not. That'd be too
Yeah,
many.
I hate when they go too far and it just gets watered down and ruined.
Hey, if they're good, I don't care. I mean, that's a scenario that
if they're good, it's okay. But even
the
if
problem
they're
with
good,
a
do I
lot of
want
those movies is
23
they're
of them?
garbage, so they're not good.
Yeah.
So it's like stop doing them. But I mean, if
I
they
don't-
keep putting out a movie and it's good, I'll continue to watch it and support
I
it.
just don't know if I want 23 of anything. I mean,
Well, I don't. I want new original of everything,
Yeah,
but that's not the
yeah.
way Hollywood rolls. So
Right.
Yeah.
Like the Saw movies, I probably could. That's one exception. Like I've liked most of those. I think I don't think there was one that I hated.
because it's
I
something
thought-
you can do over and over again. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can. And even if the main character dies, the main bad guy, you can always he's training somebody else to be take his spot. It's you can do things with those kind of movies, but they need to get more originality for sure.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Hopefully, this year coming up, horror films are, going to slowly be coming back. I know that they're going to be doing The Exorcist, which I don't know if I'm too excited about that because that is one of my favorite horror films of all time, and they're remaking it. And even though the show that they had on Fox was really good, I don't know the route that they're going to be going with this one, and hopefully it's nothing bad.
Yeah, that's one type of horror movie that I'm not going to say I don't like. It's probably my least favorite is like the devil and all that kind of stuff and the satanic taking over your body type movies and all that. I just never
possession
been
movies.
Yeah, possession, thank you. Possession movies. That's the word I was trying to think of.
I think it's because they actually really scare people.
Yeah, they don't really scare me because I don't know that I totally believe in that, but I believe it's somebody knocking on your door at night or somebody ringing your phone at night. I believe in that.
Yeah, we like practical stuff.
Right. Because I watched 2 like really low budget movies the other day, and they were both had to do with a cabin and just get a knock at the cabin, and the one guy's asking for, "Can I use your phone?" And it's just one of those things can happen, and I just never been a fan of the paranormal type stuff.
Oh, there's a trailer for the new Exorcist already?
Really?
Yeah, that's what Duffman said. He said it looks good.
If they do a good job, it's okay. I mean, I'll watch it. Like I said,
I'm the same though. Like
them,
possession movies, that's my. I'll watch them like if they're on, one of the streaming things or something. But I won't go out of my way to see them.
No,
right. Oh no, I think he's thinking about the Pope's Exorcist. It's a movie that's going to be coming out soon. It's called The Pope's Exorcist.
Oh
no.
Oh yeah, he said. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like what was that movie? The movie The Right. I really liked that movie. That was good.
What, with Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was creepy.
Yeah, and it was dark. It was like that was really good. I like that. So like,
see, it's movies like that I can't watch at night.
Which and it kind of sucks that I am that way because there would have been a chance that I would have missed out on that movie because I'm not drawn to those possession type movies. But
like I said, yeah, like you said, I'll watch them, but I'm not going to go out of my way to see them because I just watch them if I happen to catch it, or if it's a night where I don't have anything else to watch, I'll watch one of those. But they're my least favorite. I just don't believe in that kind of stuff. I don't know. So I don't think it can. I mean, not that it can't. I just don't think it can. I know ringing a phone or knocking on the door can, and that's some scary shit when that happens in the middle of the night, no matter where you are.
No matter where you are.
I mean, even if tonight somebody knocks on my door in the middle of the night, yeah, it's not.
I'm gonna be like, we can talk through the door. Yeah, I'm not opening it.
here talking to my barrel.
Yeah.
It's a
You can
microphone.
speak to me through the Ring camera.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Don't watch that videotape. You'll die in 7 days. Oh, let's go watch that videotape.
That's another thing. Those creepy ass movies, like when you remember that movie where it tells you how many days you have to live.
Yeah.
And remember that movie? I forget what it's called, but that's creepy too to me. I don't like that shit. I don't want to know that, like, because the one girl had like 2 days, and the other guy had like 1,000 days or whatever, and I don't want to know that. That's creepy shit to me. I don't like that. Now that gives me the chills. I don't want to know that shit. Surprise me,
Yeah, let's just let it naturally happen.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't want to know that.
Oh yeah, the new Evil Dead looks really good.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I love the remake. The last new
Sam
one.
Raimi one.
The most recent one that they did.
Yeah, where it's like the sister who's like having a drug relapse in the cabin.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, the scene where the girl had like where she accidentally like got herself with all the nails. I was like,
Mhm.
ooh.
Yeah, that was a good remake. I loved that. That was, oh man, I
That
really
and
liked that.
Hulu's Hellraiser was so good.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I'm a big Hellraiser fanatic. I just love Pinhead. I still have all the original Hellraiser movies on VHS that I would never get rid of.
I just hear the thing turning right now with the chains and
I know when I saw the movie, I accidentally like I was sleeping over at my boyfriend's house and I wanted to watch it, and he's not a big like horror fanatic, but he is. So I was watching that one with my laptop and I had my earbuds on, and I guess when I rolled over after the movie finished, I accidentally hit play again, and while I was sleeping I could hear the chains, and I woke up like a couple times like
that's the worst part about the menu.
And I was just looking around going, what the fuck?
How well do I know my boyfriend? Like,
and I
is it
woke
him with
up,
the
I
chain?
like went into his living room, I turned on all the lights in the kitchen, I turned on all the lights in the bathroom, and I was like, okay, it was the movie. I accidentally hit play again. Let me turn this off. Let me put the laptop back in the living room. I was like, I'm going back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, a lot of those movies, you take the music out of those movies, and they're not scary at all. The music is what scares the shit out of you, and all the little noises it makes, and this and that with the chains. You put it on mute, that's not. It's not nothing scary at that
Did
point.
you like the new Candyman remake?
I didn't even watch it because of the fact that I love Candyman so much that I knew that they were going to ruin it. As much as I love Jordan Peele, I just didn't want to watch it. And I heard a lot of people said it was really bad.
I don't know. I liked it. I honestly did like it.
Really? I know it's on Amazon. I may just like how Joe says, if I have nothing else to watch, maybe next weekend.
I would definitely check it out if I were you.
Okay.
How about Megan? Did you watch that?
No.
Nah, I didn't like it.
I
wasted 2 hours of my life.
I don't want to know about an AI who's trained to be an assassin and is going to kill me. Yeah. Like, no, if I ever have a child, my child's never getting a doll.
Yeah, and when those two robots start fighting each other, I'm like, I'm out. I turn it off.
If you have any brain at all, not to. For one, you don't let an AI robot into your house regardless, but to give one to your child, like,
yeah, no,
the whole movie was just dumb, and I thought it was bad. I can't.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all. Like, that's not my kind of movie either. Like, I thought it was gonna be more Child's Play type, but it was just not my.
They should have went like a sex doll way or something, that would have been better. It just wasn't. I don't know. It was I thought it was bad. I just.
That's a good idea though, like a sex doll, like horror movie, where the guy, like the lonely man, has the sex doll and then it turns on him. Hey,
right.
Well, they had one like that. It was called Lars and the Real Girl, but it wasn't.
Oh yes,
it wasn't creepy.
Yeah, it wasn't creepy.
I haven't heard of that. No, that's cool.
It was like one of those random movies. Like when Blockbuster was still open, I went and like bought a shit ton of like DVDs that were on sale for like 75 cents, and I bought like 200 DVDs. And I see one, and I was like, Lars and the Real Girl. I'm like, this looks weird. Put it on, and it was actually a really good film. It's about a loner. What's the actor? It's
I have
Is it
never
Jake
heard of it.
Gyllen? No, not Jake
Not
Gyllenhaal. It's
Jake Gyllenhaal. Ryan Reynolds, maybe?
Ryan.
No.
Yeah, Ryan. Not Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Wow.
Yep.
Like lives in a small little town. He has no girlfriend. He's a loner and finds out about a website about sex dolls. And he ends up buying one, but he doesn't use it for sex. He just uses it as like his full-time girlfriend.
Jesus. Was this behind the curtain in Blockbuster, like for 21 and older?
No, it was literally like in a bin.
No,
It's
but
like
it was like one of those Blockbuster exclusive.
Like, look, mommy, look what I found. Today.
You know,
it's a cute, cheesy film.
Yeah.
I'm dying to see Cocaine Bear. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I want to see it
yeah.
because it's based off a true story.
The
friend of mine
moment
said he liked
I
it.
heard about them doing that, I was like, oh, I got to see that.
Yeah, a buddy of mine said he liked it. I'm wait till that's one that I'll wait till it comes on. It'll be on in the 45-day mark, and we'll be able to watch it for free, most likely. I want to see Knock at the Cabin for sure. We talked about that
So do I.
earlier.
I don't know why it just looks so creepy. Like the world's
love
about
that kind
to
of stuff.
end, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
cult people that
Mhm.
believe like people should die to save the world, and then just Dave Bautista just looks so creepy in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to be making chili today later on. And I think if I find it online, I think I'm just gonna stream it and just watch it.
Something about Dave Bautista when he's dressed in a button-down shirt with glasses, he's creepy as shit.
And just hearing him like
You know?
read out of a Bible.
Right, that's creepy to me. Like that's
I'm
the shit
good.
I like.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just a good actor to me.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I love
That's why,
Dave Bautista.
that's why like we said earlier, I don't care if like people get offended or not. The Rock is a shitty actor.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista can be comedic. He could be, he can be a villain. He can be the good guy. Like I've seen him in like cutesy films with kids. What was it? The movie from Disney.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
But yeah, like
called,
we've seen him do Disney movies. We've seen him do like action films. He's done not the Golden Compass, but it's like the movie with the whole bunch of thieves. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, where they crack the safes and all that. What's
Yes.
that
the zombie one.
He did the zombie one. Like he's done a mix of different movies. He's done, all three Guardians of the Galaxy.
He's very
and his
versatile.
character, he's very versatile in his acting career.
Yeah.
So, I hands down he's my favorite wrestler turned actor.
I really like that movie he did. I forgot what it's called. It's like they're in New York or whatever, and like the world is like the city's like going to shit, and that the girl ends up like linking up with them, and they're like trying to get out of the city. What the fuck is it called? It's like the name of like a city in New York or something.
I don't know about
I'll
that.
have to look it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I really like that movie.
But he definitely does best out of all three. I agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's the best out of all the three. Like we said before, I think The Rock constantly always plays the same type of acting.
Yep.
He's done Knock on the Cabin, Glass Onion, My Spy,
Bushwick. It was called Bushwick.
There we go, Bushwick.
Oh, him in Blade Runner, that was awesome. He was
He was
I'm thinking of. It's
he was
called
also
something,
in Dune.
Something of Thieves. What's the one I'm thinking of? What's that one called?
You're thinking about Glass Onion and Knives Out.
Then there's Army of Thieves and Army of
too.
the Dead.
Army of Thieves is the one where the guy cracks the codes for the safes, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I like that movie.
He was
too.
also in Riddick. He was in Martyrs. He was in Dawn of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at it. He's been in a lot of movies. He's been on Iron Fist, The Man with the Iron Fist.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Like all those movies, they're pretty different too. There are a lot of different things you've read. If you read off of all of Rock's movies, they're going to be pretty much he saves the world, he saves this, he saves that. It's always, he comes to the rescue, and
he was in a couple James Bond films. So yeah, he's been in a whole bunch of different films, and like what you can see, it's been like comedy, action, Disney, like sci-fi.
Yeah.
So he's hitting all the different, points in films.
Yeah.
I definitely
definitely better than And I'm not saying I'm not taking anything away from The Rock, but I'm just saying, like, if you have to choose, he is way better than him in different type of movies, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So we're coming up on that hour mark. Any last things that you want to plug? Your YouTube channel, your IG. Just it's all your time right now to do that. So have at it.
Just lately I've just been getting into like crafting and building stuff. So like last night or like 2 days ago, I have these like pair of plain white Vans, and I was just like, you know what, let me make my own shoe.
Mhm.
And I ended up making like my own custom. I'll show it to you guys real quick. I ended up making my own custom Ahsoka Tano shoes for MegaCon because I'm going to be meeting Rosario Dawson.
Oh yeah, I saw you doing that. Did I see that on Instagram or
Yeah,
or
I did it on
YouTube?
Instagram.
Yeah. I saw that.
So
That's cool.
yeah, they finally dried up. So I made these, and I
Nice.
think I'm gonna do like probably blue laces. I don't know. We'll see. I'll buy a
Mhm.
couple ones and like mess around with the coloring. But yeah, I've been getting into like custom stuff, making my own little things for fun. I know soon after MegaCon, I am gonna be my friend Sean from Sithcast send me the mold. So I am going to be making a Han Solo carbonite coffee table. I know that that's going to take me like all weekend to do. So I'm probably going to be taking like a Friday off from work and just spending Friday and Saturday just building it. But I got to make sure like the weather is going to be good to like let it dry. But yeah, I got MegaCon coming up and like 2 other conventions. And then just like building a couple more stuff here in the room.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Spice Runners Lounge is in the house.
Yeah.
I was
What's
just gonna
up,
say,
Evan?
Evan, did you have a rough weekend? You're a little late today.
Yeah. I was just saying how much you support us, and then you don't show up, Eben. No, I'm just fucking with you, buddy. Better late than never, right? But it's been so much fun talking to you. I really appreciate your time.
I know I had fun. I felt like we could have continued.
I feel like that too. We could do this again. Well,
Yeah.
we could
I
definitely do
get
this again.
like anytime I talk with like people on shows, like we get so lost into conversating.
Mhm.
It's not even funny. Like we'll be plugging away on different things, and like
Mhm.
just because I'm all Star Wars, like I'm still very knowledgeable, and I try to keep myself knowledgeable on a lot of things just to be
Mhm.
able to have conversations with different stuff with people. And plus it's a lot of stuff that I like. Like
Yeah.
if I was able to afford it all, I literally would make my house like half Star Wars, half Marvel. But
Mhm.
anybody who dives into that MCU realm, like you're screwed.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
rabbit
That's
hole
a
that
lot.
you don't want to get out of.
That'd
And
be cool. Just make your house look like a set, like you're like on set of Star
yeah,
Wars.
Mhm.
and I wish like
That's what I
one of
want.
my really good friends, Michael Hayes, like he has his whole house looks like a whole set. His name is
Mhm.
Star Killer on Instagram. He's part of a show called Collection Wars, and literally like his whole entire background is like
Wow.
a movie set
That's
for Star
awesome.
Wars. And I wish I could do something like that. Right now I'm in a small apartment. I'm still building all my stuff. I am going to be moving next year, but hopefully, I'll be able to like make it bigger and like add more stuff. I have like a whole bunch of my stuff in boxes. Like this is
Mhm.
all just a small piece of what you see.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, same
Good
here.
luck
You gotta
moving
like
all that.
rotate it. You have to like rotate your collection in and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. And good luck moving all that. That's gonna be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, right.
Well, like in the beginning of the year I had sold off like 65% of my collection. I was just like,
Mhm.
this is too much stuff. I had over like 400 Funko Pops, and
Mhm.
it was just too much. And eventually I was like, who are my favorite characters in Star Wars? And I'm like, Darth Vader, Ahsoka Tano, and Darth Maul. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep all their Funko Pops, and plus their Funko Pops are like very high in value, and most
Mhm.
of them I have them all signed. So I ended up just keeping all those, and then I ended up selling to this really awesome company that they buy your Funko Pops at like 65%.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they ended up buying my whole entire collection off of me, and then I sold some of them on like some of my little, claim sales that I was doing. But I had so many different things here that I was just like, I told you I was collecting wrestling as well, and I got rid of my whole entire wrestling collection except for all my signed stuff.
Yeah.
Like all my anything that was autographed for the other collections, I kept them because those are memories that I invested in. Like I stood in line and took my time. So it was just stuff that I wanted to keep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like those are experiences, you know. I mean,
Yeah, and experiences that I'll never get back.
so
right?
you're done with Funko Pop pretty much too.
Yeah, I'm done with Funko. Yeah, sometimes there's like some that like they announce, and I'm just like, ooh, I kind of want you, but then I have to like look, and
Yeah,
I'm like, no.
I
And
think Funko Pop is like for everybody. I'm
it's
not
like a
well,
Beanie
most
Baby.
people. It's a starting point because they're cheap,
It's a
they're fun.
gateway. It's
Yeah,
a
Yeah.
gateway.
it's a gateway. Yeah, that's true. And
But I'm like Colin, like I'm starting to get into like, the big, collectibles,
mhm,
like the quarter scales. I love those
yeah,
stuff. Like I would
yeah,
rather spend $300 on one big thing that you open it, I smell it, I
yeah,
take my time unboxing it, I look at all the different curves and crevices that it has, as
yeah,
opposed to like paying $40 for a Funko Pop, and I'm just like,
yeah,
oh, okay, you're cute, you're a bubblehead,
yeah.
you're gonna stay in the box.
Yeah, we're all on the
Yeah, and
same
that's
page with that. I'd much rather buy what I've been buying as far as hot toys and things like that. And then I love the helmets as well. I see you have 2 or 3 helmets back there in your
No,
background.
I have more.
I have like 25 of them things,
I
and I
have like
love these things. Yeah,
15 helmets and I
yeah,
love them.
I
And
love
like
the helmets.
I told myself a long time ago, I was like, two collectibles I'm not gonna get into. Helmets and lightsabers.
Mhm,
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it because I see how extreme people
mhm.
get. And what did I do? I got into lightsabers and I got into helmets.
Yeah,
And most of my helmets are all from like most of my helmets are all Mandalorian or anything
mhm,
from the Clone Wars.
mhm,
So I have all those.
mhm,
And the companies that I've been getting them from have been just super amazing. It's been either between the Black Series helmets or Cybercraft, which
okay.
I if any of you guys have never checked them out, I highly recommend checking out Cybercraft.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Their quality is amazing
Yep,
and they ship it out to you so quick. It's not even
mhm.
funny.
Yeah, another company that does good ones that I got the Bad Batch from Xcoaster.
Okay.
And they do really, really good work, and their customer service is good. I've never had a problem with them. I've had one chip in one helmet because it's a resin. I let them know. They said send it back. They sent one out, I think, before I even sent the other one back. It was ridiculous how they took care of me with that. But that's another one that I buy a lot from because they go out and make the ones that Black Series has not yet.
Yeah.
So
Like
I got the
I
new.
got so lucky getting the Bo-Katan Black Series one. I
Mhm,
called one of my Targets and I saw online that they had
mhm,
two of them. And the woman's like, "Oh, let me go check because sometimes the website lies."
mhm.
And she went and looked and she was like, "Oh, there's only one left." She's like, "If you want it, I can hold it." I was like, "I'll be there." And I like hauled ass over there.
I just watched
right.
that video today of you going into Target getting that.
Yeah.
I got her on the wall right there. I got these little helmet wall holders George
Mhm.
Medina told me about, and I ordered them from Amazon.
Yeah,
I
I
got a few
have
of them
them.
on
I'm
the wall.
eventually gonna put them up here. It's just
Yeah,
like I have so many helmets. I don't know like how I wanna
yeah,
maneuver them around.
yeah. And I even got them on that shelf back there, and you can see next to Darth Vader.
Yeah, I
I
see.
got like the helmets on there too.
Yeah, it's like the
Um,
cubes.
they're yeah, and my TV stand is actually cubes too, so I have helmets all in there. I got them
That's
on
what I was
either
thinking
side of the
about getting. I was
TV.
gonna get like a long IKEA cube and then just put
That's
all
what I
the
got.
helmets in there. Cause then I
That's what
also
I got.
have my lounge fly bags and I wanted to like incorporate it with
Mhm.
them.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're cool. They display really nice. I even found I didn't know they even made this one. They made I forget what brand who makes it, but Tech is now out. I forget what company makes it. I saw it on Amazon, and then I actually purchased the Armorer helmet, and
Yeah.
that one looks pretty cool too. It's actually a
Yes,
nice
like I
gold
said,
color.
Cybercraft did the whole entire Bad Batch
Mhm.
line. So I was thinking
Yeah,
about getting Tex because that one looks so cool with the glasses.
that's the only one I need out of
That's
the
what I
Bad
was
Batch.
saying
I have the
earlier
others.
with these independent people, like companies and stuff, doing this stuff.
Mhm.
They, it's
I
like
feel like the
you're
independent
drawing me
companies
into that.
I feel like the independent companies are winning because they try their best to make it look screen accurate
Mhm.
that it draws people and like their pricing is so good that you're just like, wow, like I really want to invest in you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
I mean,
follow them
that's the
on
big
Instagram.
difference too, is like, Hasbro, that's a company they're trying to make. It's all about
Mhm,
profit,
mhm,
but
Hmm.
then
mhm,
these independent ones, they're actual fans doing this stuff, like
mhm.
putting their their pride into it, and
Yeah, and it's I think it's for them. It's like for Hasbro, they're only releasing so many at a time. Like I just got the Phase 2 Clone Trooper.
they're only going to release it if they think it's going to make money.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
I don't know when the Bad Batch would ever be released by Black Series. I don't know. That would be way down the line, most likely.
Yeah,
There's
that'll
too
be
many
way down the
characters.
line.
So that's why I had to go another route because I love those guys so those characters so much. Like Wrecker, I love that helmet. That's my favorite one out of all of the helmets. That's my favorite, and I can't wait to get his hot toy, man. That's on pre-order. I can't wait for that. So
Yeah, I'm excited for those.
But yeah, so thank you again for coming on. We're gonna let
Thank
you
you,
get on with
guys.
your Sunday. Thanks everybody in the chat. We will be back Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, 3/21 at 7 p.m. Eastern with Sledgehammer Horror. So it's a special night. We had to move it from Monday to Tuesday. So we'll be on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern with Sledgehammer Horror. And for now, that's what effing figures. And we will see you guys next week. Nilda, if you want to hang out for a second, we'll talk to you
Yeah,
for
I
1
will.
second backstage. Everybody else, we'll see you on Tuesday night at 7 p.m.
later.
Bye.
See ya.